Welcome to This Explainer. So, if you've ever stared at a massive stack of mail wondering where on earth your water bill went, or if you've been hit with those annoying late fees just because a paper check got lost in the mail, you are definitely in the right place. Today we're talking about the absolute best, most efficient way to handle your municipal utilities, and that's online bill payment. Paying online is a total game changer. It saves you time, cuts down on all that household paperwork, gives you access to awesome tools like digital reminders, and creates an instant, easily searchable record of your payments. We're going to give you a foolproof, step-by-step solution to managing your Chula Vista water and sewer bills online, using only the official, credible platforms. Okay, let's dive into this.
First things first, let's just validate a very common frustration. If you live in Chula Vista and you found managing your utilities to be oddly confusing, trust me, you are not alone. A lot of folks struggle to figure out exactly where to go just to set up their online account. And you might be wondering, why is that? Well, it's because unlike a lot of cities that just operate under a single, unified city water and sewer department, Chula Vista does things entirely differently.
The reality is, Chula Vista actually uses a dual water agency system. This means the city's water utility provisioning is shared between two completely independent public entities. It literally creates a geographic divide right through the middle of the city. So, depending on exactly where your house or apartment is located, you're going to be interacting with entirely different digital transaction portals, completely different processing timelines, different fee structures, and different administrative rules.
But don't worry, we're going to untangle this whole confusing web logically. Here's our roadmap for today. Welcome to online bill pay, finding your water provider, setting up your account, managing separate sewer bills, and troubleshooting and assistance.
All right, let's move into Section 2, finding your water provider. Because these agencies don't share accounts, you have to know exactly who you're dealing with first.
And this brilliantly illustrates how it all breaks down. Think of it like a giant map in your head. If you live in the western or central parts of Chula Vista, your provider is the Sweetwater Authority. Now, a quick heads up for Sweetwater customers. You have a pretty unique quirk where your sewer billing is actually separate. We'll dig into that in just a minute. On the flip side, if you live in the eastern and southern portions of Chula Vista, which is usually those newer suburban developments, your provider is the Otay Water District. And for Otay customers, your sewer billing is conveniently integrated right into your monthly water statement.
Moving on to Section 3, setting up your account. Now that you know exactly who provides your water, let's walk through the steps for getting registered and actually navigating those payment portals.
Let's start over with the Sweetwater Authority. They use a third-party financial processor called InfoSend, and they actually offer two distinct digital transaction paths. The first one is online bill pay. This is the registered account path where you use your email, phone number, and your Sweetwater account number to build a proper profile. Honestly, this is highly recommended because it unlocks all the best features. You get digital statements, you can track your historical water consumption, sign up for paperless e-billing, and get helpful digital alerts. Now, if you're in a rush, they do offer an online quick pay option that's basically an unregistered guest checkout. You literally just need your account number and your exact service address as printed on the bill. Both of these methods accept major credit cards, debit cards, and electronic checks with absolutely no convenience fees.
Now, navigating this portal to schedule an automatic checking withdrawal for Sweetwater comes with a surprisingly analog twist. It's kind of funny, actually. While making a one-time payment is fully digital, actually enrolling in Sweetwater's checking autopay requires some retro paperwork. Yep, you literally have to print out a PDF form, get it physically signed by both the water account holder and the bank account holder, and then attach a pre-printed voided check. And a quick warning, deposit slips will absolutely be rejected, so time to dust off that checkbook from 1999. Then you have to mail or drop it all off at 505 Garrett Avenue. It takes about 15 days to process, and you'll know it's finally working when your bill eventually says, "This bill will be automatically paid on," and gives you the date.
Let's move to and see how this builds for the folks on the other side of town with the Otay Water District. Setting up an account on the official Otay portal is pretty straightforward. You just need your 12-digit account number and the zip code of your service address. Otay accepts Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and American Express, plus electronic checks. And just like Sweetwater, there are zero convenience fees as long as you're using their official site. Once you're in, you can easily make a one-time payment, schedule future payments, or just set up automatic payments for your monthly bill right there in the portal. Super easy.
Okay, Section 4, managing separate sewer bills. This brings us to the biggest nuance, and honestly, the hidden trap in this entire system.
So, if you live in eastern or southern Chula Vista under the Otay Water District, your sewer is already included in your monthly water bill. You are completely good to go.
But if you live in Western or Central Chula Vista under the Sweetwater Authority, you have to manage two completely separate bills. Sweetwater bills you for the water itself, but the City of Chula Vista Finance Department bills you bi-monthly for your sewer service. This means you have to go to an entirely different website, the city's Civic Pay online portal, just to pay your sewer bill.
Now, when you're accessing the Civic Pay portal, there is an important technical requirement you should know about. You have to use a modern supported browser like Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Edge. If you're still using legacy Internet Explorer, it is not supported, which, to be honest, is actually a great thing for your digital security. You should always ensure you're on a secure, private network when entering any financial details online. And speaking of privacy and security, whether you're online or off, local utilities have issued major warnings lately about physical door-to-door water testing scams that target elderly and low-income residents. So always be vigilant, recognize those phishing scams, and stick strictly to the official channels.
And that brings us to our final section, troubleshooting and assistance. Because let's face it, sometimes transactions stall out, passwords get forgotten, or financial hardships pop up.
So the crucial point here is this. When you're Googling where to pay your bill, absolutely avoid third-party bill aggregators. Sometimes these shady sites pop up first in the search results, and while they might look super professional and legitimate, they charge really high service fees, they cause processing delays that can take days or even weeks, and those delays significantly increase your risk of late penalties or literally getting your water shut off. Always use the official utility portals we've been talking about today. If you run into a stalled transaction or you just forgot your password, both Sweetwater and OTE have customer support phone numbers listed right on their official websites to help you out.
Now, if the issue isn't technical but financial, there are some great support frameworks available. For example, qualified Sweetwater customers can access the Water Affordability Program, which gives you up to $180 in annual bill assistance. Sweetwater also runs the SAFE program for emergency notifications. And remember, if the online systems ever completely fail you, both OTE and Sweetwater offer 24/7 automated phone payments and in-person drop-offs. Those are really reliable fallbacks to make sure your service is never interrupted.
All right, here's what you need to do next. Take 10 minutes today to figure out who your provider is and set up your official online accounts. Make sure you bookmark those exact portals so you don't lose them. Registering today is going to save you so much time, significantly cut down your household paperwork, and ensure you avoid any of those silly late penalties by keeping your essential water services funded right on time. And hey, please share this explainer with any neighbors or new residents who might be pulling their hair out trying to figure out Chula Vista's dual agency system.
Just a quick professional disclaimer before we wrap up. Please note that the information provided in this explainer is accurate as of August 25, 2026. As we all know, municipal payment infrastructure, web addresses, and administrative processes are always subject to change over time. So please be sure to verify all these details directly with the official Chula Vista Water Departments and City Finance offices.
You know, it's pretty fascinating how a task as simple as paying a water bill can reveal the underlying complexity of our city borders and municipal jurisdictions. It's like a giant puzzle. It certainly makes you wonder, with utility infrastructure becoming this complex and divided, are you tracking all of your essential local services as efficiently as you could be? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep organizing, and I'll see you next time.